forward. The Orioles. So, little bit of free agent news. Blake Snell had everybody on Orioles Twitter calling for a salary cap because he signed with the Dodgers this week. Bit of a surprise, I thought, that he signed with the Dodgers, considering I thought Burns for sure was going to be the first one, and they were in on Burns. So, but I think definitely the three guys that are the guys, Snell now off the board, Max Fried, and Corbin Burns, definitely set the market. Real quick on the salary cap thing that I kept seeing. Look, it's not going to happen. Players Union, it's not going to happen. I honestly don't believe it's in their best interest like they think it is in a lot of ways, because you look at Soto, the reason why some of these signings take so long, especially these big money guys, it's only a handful of teams. Like, there's like every team would want Soto if they could bid on him, but there's only but so many teams that can bid on him. Like Kansas City probably hasn't called him, right? They can't afford it. I mean, or you know, there are certain teams. Tampa probably hasn't, you know, there's about 5 or 6. Like when we talk about Soto, Mets, Yankees, Red Sox. I think Blue Jays have bid. It's a bit of a surprise. And I think it's Dodgers in on it. But yeah, that's just only players. I think I have to look at it a little bit. They're limiting. Am I limiting myself to just a handful of teams, etc., bidding on it? All right. So let's go to this. The projected starting lineups as of now. Obviously, we're here in Thanksgiving. The season doesn't start till April, so it's fluid. But if the season started today, how would the Orioles lineup look? Thank you very much. It's America. I appreciate it. Hot cup of tea. Daughter just handed me a hot cup of tea there. Out there. Very nice. All right. So if we started today, the season started today as well. And pardon if there is background noise. Thank you for hanging there with us as well. Doing this live Thanksgiving, a lot going on. So we appreciate that there as well. So the batting order, 2025. This is how I think the lineup is going to go. Now, I know a little bit more now about Brandon Hyde. All right. So he loves lefty-righty. Loves lefty-righty. Left-hander, right-hander, left-hander, right-hander, left-hander, right-hander. Loves doing that. So Gunnar, I think, stays in the leadoff spot. I'd like to see him hitting lower, but I do admit that Gunnar does hit better for whatever reason when he's hitting first. His numbers, when they've dropped him, I'd have to look at it, but he does seem to do better, be more comfortable hitting in the leadoff spot. So Gunnar is going to be, I think, in leadoff. Adley goes back to the 2. He was dropped a little bit. His production dropped a little bit during the course of the season. So I think down to 2. Cowser, I think if they're without any other signings, I think is going to be in 3rd. I think Cowser, again, the lefty-righty thing. Cowser, I think probably now, if you don't have Santander, especially, he's going to be the guy hitting the home runs in that spot out there in left field. I definitely think he's there. Mountie stays. With the fences moving back, I think Mountie stays. I think he stays in cleanup. I think they think he can hit more home runs in cleanup. So I think definitely he's there. Westbrook, I can't hit him lower than 5th the way he's hit. I think he's good question. MLB ranked him as one of the best second basemen, even though I don't think he's going to play second base. I think Westbrook can't keep him out of the lineup. I think he plays 3rd. Ryan O'Hearn, that's what I think I have rookie. But I think O'Hearn is going to be the DH. They definitely picked up the option. I don't think there's any other reason to pick up the option unless you're actually going to have him play at DH. So I think that is going to be there. Cedric, I think, has cemented his spot on the team. Definitely the leader of the defense. Probably the last season for Cedric. After next season, I don't think he's going to get an extension. See what kind of contract he gets. But I definitely think he did enough last year to play his way into one more year as a starter. Kjerstad, I think, takes over in right. He's going to probably be the starter in right. I think defensively, it's a bit of a concern for me. Offensively, I think he'll hit. I'm not so worried about Kjerstad as far as hitting. I think he'll hit. Jackson Holliday, I think, is going to start at second base and hit cleanup and bring up the rear in the nice spot. I don't think they're going to rush him at all. It wouldn't shock me if he started in Norfolk. Wouldn't shock me if he started in Norfolk. I don't think they're going to rush him at all. I don't know if they're down on him, but a bit disappointing last year. I think they're going to hit him in a nice spot, at least to start the year, see how that goes as well. I do think he is the favorite to start at second base, barring any free agent signings. Rene Pinto, he's there. I don't think it'll be Sam Basayo on the roster at the beginning of the year. I think they may. I'm not sure what I'm still not sure what they're going to do with him. I mean, you have a prospect this good. They are looking for catchers. I can believe it. I don't think it'll be McCann, but I think they are looking for catchers. They may look in-house. Definitely they're looking for somebody in the backup role. Mateo, if he's healthy enough to go, I think is on the bench. I think you'll see him a lot at shortstop as well. Definitely the days where they're going to DH Gunnar will be there. Definitely see him at second, similar to that. Maybe a little bit in the outfield. Ramon Urias, I think, is definitely there. Good bench hitter. I don't think he's I think he struggles more. He's good when he comes. I think good off the bench when he comes in a game, not good playing sporadically. I don't think. So I think Urias, I think, is there as well. Emmanuel Rivera, I think, is going to play first and third. He's going to be the Swiss Army knife, play everywhere. Daz Cameron, I think they picked him up in the offseason as well from Oakland. Definitely, I think he's going to be in a battle for the fourth outfielder, fifth outfielder. That's fluid. I think definitely he is going to be in the mix. How's it going to go rotation-wise? We're going to number run down. If it's today, Zach Eflin 1, Grayson 2, Dean Kramer 3, Albert Suarez 4, Trevor Rogers 5. I'll go bottom up. Rogers, I think I didn't love the trade, but somebody likes Rogers. I think Rogers has a lot of potential. It could be Chance McDermott, could be a free agent. I definitely think they're looking at a free agent. But if they strike out on everybody and just go with the pad hand, I think Rogers probably in their eyes is one. I think Suarez, actually might be the fifth starter. Definitely as well. Fits perfect, good in the long roll. He's earned his spot. Every way. I think he's good last year. Look, he's 35 years old, was a rookie. He's a career, but definitely he's earned his spot. Dean Kramer, I think, is going to be there. Just got to keep him healthy. I think definitely he's about there. Like a mid-rotation guy is the right spot for him. Healthy, especially with Grayson. I think Grayson's the number one starter. I love Grayson. Grayson, I think, is as good, but I think he's never really finished a season healthy, ever, in the minors or the majors. That's the thing. So I think this is why they're a little hesitant to just put all their eggs in Grayson. I think Grayson, though, was terrific last year when he was healthy. Zach Eflin, I think you know exactly what you're getting. Zach Eflin was solid from the second he put on the Orioles uniform. I think you're definitely, you're not going to have Kyle Bradish at all. Maybe at the end of the year, maybe you'll get John Means, or if you sign him at some point. But I think this is what it's going to look like at the start. The bullpen, I think, is more solidified than what people think it is. I think they have exactly what they want. They're going to put Batista in the ninth inning. They're going to put Dominguez in the eighth inning. They're going to put Cano in the seventh. They're going to run that out. That's going to be like for the old heads, like the nasty boys. They want that. Like they have Norm Charlton in the seventh, Rob Dibble in the eighth, and Randy Myers in the ninth. That's what they're setting up. I think they feel all these guys can close. You probably hear them say something like 3 closers. That's what they're going to have. They're going to fill in, I think, with Colano Perez, Greg Soto, Keegan Aiken, Brian Baker. Sure, they'll sign a reliever at some point in the offseason. But I kind of would think that's what they're going to do. Once they re-up Dominguez and spent that money, I think that's most of the money. You never